Greetings, everyone. Today, I want to strip away any of the frills, any of the extras. I just want to talk honestly about something that is very important to me and touch on some of my thoughts. June is Pride Month, and it's becoming very apparent that we need to reinvest in what the values of Pride are. Or for those who may be new to the community, understand the past and how we got here. We have enjoyed many freedoms, many more freedoms in the recent years, and now before anyone comes out accusing me of being sympathetic to homophobes or transphobes, I want all of you to stop for one moment and revisit the origins of the Pride movement. So the year is 1969. Sodomy was considered illegal. Men would be arrested for dressing as women. Being homosexual was literally against the law. Now, in June of 1969, police had arrived at the Stonewall Inn, a notable gay bar in Greenwich Village in New York City. Instead of waiting to be arrested, the patrons resisted. They rioted. They pushed back. They showed that they weren't going to tolerate being harassed, abused, and eradicated just for being who they are. And that's why Pride takes place in June. Now, a year later, LGBT communities across the world began using the phrase gay pride and unified under the actions taken at the Stonewall Inn. The Pride movement was born. L. Craig Schoonmaker, a committee member of a group formed to commemorate the riots, was interviewed in 2015 and said, "People do not have power then. Even now, we only have some." This was an interview with the illusionist Helen Zaltzman. You can Google it. Went on to say, "But anyone can have pride in themselves, and that would make them happier as people, and produce the movement likely to produce change." That was when things first started out. There was a lot of tension, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of hate. Now, I will share some experiences that I've had in my time in high school in the 90s. I've witnessed people being beaten in the street. I've seen people get hospitalized at the mere mention that they might be gay. I've participated in gay rights marches, demonstrations, and protests. I've been spat on people who were protesting gay marriage and who physically barricaded city halls to prevent gay people and gay couples from registering their marriages. I have witnessed mayors change zoning provisions on buildings to force gay bars to relocate to the outskirts of said city. Those actions of our movements made change. We didn't use violence. We didn't riot. We persevered. We showed through nonviolence towards groups who were violent towards us that we belong, that we deserve respect, and that we weren't going anywhere. Fast forward to 3 years ago. City that I live in now has painted crosswalks with rainbows to commemorate and remember those who have sacrificed for LGBT rights. We've had peaceful pride for years. We've had pride months across the free world. We have so many more freedoms now than we ever did 40 years ago. Yet, we're seeing a growing movement that want to use the LGBT rights as a weapon. We're seeing pockets of minorities who want to deplatform, who want to erase and eradicate people that they don't like. And they're using the progress that we have made as a community to do that. So the University of California, San Francisco has an excellent set of values that I think every single person should consider adopting. Pride. P, professionalism, to be competent, accountable, reliable, and responsible, interacting positively and collaboratively with all colleagues. R, respect. To treat all others as you wish to be treated, be courteous and kind, and acting with the utmost consideration of others. I, integrity. To be honest, trustworthy, and ethical, always doing the right thing without compromising the truth, and being fair and sincere. D, diversity. To appreciate and celebrate differences in others, creating an environment of equity and inclusion with opportunities for everyone to reach their potential. E, excellence. To be dedicated, motivated, innovative, and confident, giving your best every day, encouraging and others and supporting others to excel in everything they do. It may be easy to attack and lash out at those who you perceive to be oppressing you. What you need to do is ask yourself, does attacking this person for their beliefs strengthen or hurt my own position? We can learn to coexist. We can learn to disagree. It is difficult and it can take a lot of time, but I assure you, the alternative is a much more dark and violent future. If we continue down the road of attacking and refusing to have open dialogue and discussion, it will not be long before one or both sides revert back to leaving blood in the street. And nobody but the worst of humanity wants that. So stop looking at each other like villains. Each person involved has their reason for feeling the way that they do. So consider perspectives from all sides and be objective when discussing it. The second that we stop trying to help others understand, we become the very thing that we speak out against. So remember what pride stands for. Remember those who have bled to give you the freedoms that we enjoy today. It does not mean for a second that the work is done. It just means that the baton has been passed for us to continue it. Happy Pride, everyone.